Hey, hope everyone had a nice spring break, and now we're back to the grind, the action. We're winding things down. This video, I'm just gonna walk you through. I don't, I haven't posted a video in a little while. I haven't looked at the last one, so I don't know if I've done this or gone over some of the same territory. Anyway, I'm gonna talk about paper three that's due on Tuesday, March 23rd. So a few more days. Comparison contrast. I hope everyone has their topics now. And what I'm going to do is walk through a detailed outline, kind of like I did for the second paper. And that'll be it. So if you follow the outline and follow the assignment sheet, the paper should be pretty simple. So I'm going to post this video today and I'll email you all. And then next week I'm going to pass out the final assignment, the short research paper, and post a few videos on that. And that'll be it. All right, so let's get going. So we have our home page here. What I want to do is we have our Word doc. All right, so I got my Word doc, and I'm going to just create a brief outline here. So let me do my MLA format. Who am I going to pick on? Scotty Burnell. All right. How you doing out? Shout out to Scott. So MLA format, your name, my name, the course, and the due date of the paper, 23 March 2021. Your last name is going to go in the top right hand corner. So there we go, Brunel. All right, all right, all right. So back to the action. So here's your MLA format, but I'm right now I'm not going to start writing paper. I'm going to just walk through some really detailed steps because we're getting into some different territory now. This comparison contrast, like I mentioned in the video when I went over the assignment, we're doing a few more different things now. It's not just like the personal anecdotes, narratives, papers. So here's what some steps for paper three. Step one. So close read and understand the assignment. That's what I always ask everyone to do. And everyone's been doing really well on all the papers, so I'm assuming you have this down. What I always do is I'm old school, so I print all the papers, the assignments out. But you don't have to do that. You can just have it up on a tab. But look at the assignment sheet while you're working on your paper and make sure you're hitting everything. So doing all that stuff, understanding it, knowing what you're working on. The second step is what I have everyone do when I go over the assignment. I ask you to do some free writing, right? Free writing on ideas you are thinking about working on. Do some free writing, comparison, contrast. What do you want to compare and contrast? Remember, go back to the video and look at the ideas I talked about. All those different ideas will work. Nothing too broad. Be specific. So you do some free writing. Step three, free writing. Step three, choose your topic. Choose that topic because you can't really get started until you choose your topic and know what you're going to do. Choose your topic and then like above, start making notes, brainstorming, more free writing. So you did some free writing on what you want to do above, but now you have your topic. Start to write about it. So if I were to do this paper, I would choose one of my favorite writers is the Czech writer Franz Kafka. So I would look at two of his novels that are two of my favorite novels, The Trial and The Trial, which came out in 1925, and the castle. So this would be my topic. 1926, I believe. Novels, movies, TV shows go in italics. So, all right, here's my topic, and I would just start to make a bunch of notes. I would just free write about the topic. You know, if I'm doing novels, I would do characters, what's going on, the style, form, uh, what happens, right? Just to start make some notes, right? I would just free write, not even worrying about the formal aspects of the paper yet. So that's step 3. Just do some free writing. And then after that, I would, through the free writing, I would get the aspects I'm thinking of talking about. So how long is this paper? It's a 3-page paper, right? 3-page paper. So that's really not a big paper. You don't really have a whole lot of space to try and do everything under the sun, right? So, I mean, and these books, there have been scholarly monographs. People have written books about these books. So, when I'm choosing something like this, I'll probably only look at 2 to 3 aspects of my topic. Maybe characters, right? Maybe I'm interested in writing style slash form. These may be a couple things I'm looking at. So if I know my aspects, that's what I'm going to be talking about in my paper. So I have all this work done right here, right? This work. And then I'm going to start really getting into, this is, I don't know if any folks out there watch the Jersey Shore, right? You remember, what was it? What did they? The shirt before the shirt or whatever. This above is like the outline before the outline. So now I would start my outline proper, as they say in the city. Outline proper. Intro. In your intro, you're jumping right into your topic. You're not going to set it up with any platitudes or fluff or rambles. My intro into, Franz Kafka's, and I'm going to state the two names of the novels have unique style and form, or they have a lot of similarities, differences. There's a lot of unique style and form. So set up your topic, include your aspects you're looking at. So my aspects would be, they include various interesting characters that go through adventures. Kafka's writing style and form is unique, and it has influenced writers up until the present moment. So, you have your opening sentence, and you have your 2 to 3 sentences, 2, 3, 4, 5 sentences that touch upon the aspects you're looking at. And as end your intro with your thesis. And what's the main thing you're looking at, right? What's the main thing you're looking at? Something off the top of my head for the thesis, Kafka's The Trial and Castle are 2 unique additions into the modern style of the novel that include, singular characters and form and style, and have brought on a way of thinking, right? So that's just off the top of my head, just a thesis that you're going to be looking at. So there's your intro. And keep, for your outline, I would recommend doing this if you want. I would just go to first body. So if you look at when you do a comparison contrast, there's a couple of different ways to set up your paper, right? I went over that subject by subject and point by point paragraph. You can also think of doing your paper block style or alternate when you do a comparison contrast. And you're going to include that subject by subject in a paragraph and point by point. These are two different things. So, but anyway, when I'm outlining, I can think of my first body paragraph being on the trial. Second body, if I'm doing a block format, second body being on the trial, the novel, right? And then I could switch. Third body, the castle. Fourth body, the castle. Conclusion. That's your paper, right? Wrap it all up. Wrap it all up. Synthesize your ideas. So, okay, and then you have that's your format, right? And if you follow Mule paragraphs, each body paragraph is going to be about a half a page. There's your paper, your intro, first body 1, second body, third body 2, fourth body, conclusion 3. There's your paper, right? And then you could even take your outline a little further. Characters, right? You're looking at characters in the trial, and then writing style, form. And then you would do the same, when you move into the next topic, characters, style. So you see, you don't really have a lot of room to include, a half a dozen ideas to talk about. So you're really going to choose 2 to 3 aspects and spend a body paragraph on each of these aspects. This is a block format, right? A block, trial, castle, castle. The alternate would be first body, the trial characters, second body, the castle characters. Then you're doing the trial, style, form, and then the castle style form, right? So that would be the alternate where you're alternating. And within these paragraphs too, if you could even do it if you want a different way. You could look at the first body, the trial, and then the castle, look at the characters in both, and do the same thing with the style and form. You could only have 3 paragraphs on each or whatever, and then in your fourth body do both ideas together, right? When you're talking about both of your things you're comparing, contrasting together. So this is where you would include, the subject by subject, where you talk about one for half the paragraph and the other for the other half. And then the point by point, where you make the paragraphs about the point by point. So this is where it's a little different because you have your ideas here, right? You have choices of what to do. And, this is your outline, right? So the more work you put in your outline, your paper's really done. Now you're just writing the damn thing. Draft your paper. Write your paper. After you draft it, read it out loud. Read it out loud. Make revisions. Turn it in. Turn it on Blackboard. So that's 8 steps for the paper in detail, right? Follow this, and our papers are not too big, 2 to 3 pages. And the last one's going to be like 4 pages. And you don't necessarily need to do all this for your papers. However, this is going to help you down the road, when you write those really big papers. So getting these practices down now, like outlining, making notes, doing all this work, it makes it so much easier than when you're just staring at the blank screen, right? So here's the outline for paper 3. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, complaints, email me and we could talk everything through. And I will looking forward to read your papers, and I'll talk to you all soon with a new video.